guys, how's it going? I'm back with another 10 metal bands you haven't heard but should. It's been a little while since the last one, and that's just because I've been quite busy with Garden of Ice stuff and just usual kind of bits. But that's also a special moment for me in that the first time Garden of Ice has been on vinyl has arrived. So this is the Boomhammer 7-inch. I'm just going to give this a quick plug at the start of the video because, well, I can, and some of you may even be interested. So, yeah, it's really cool. We got this really nice vinyl effect, and I'm really proud of this release. It's 2 songs, one new one, and a remastering of Saw Cleaver, which was the bonus track on the compilation for anyone familiar. If you like your kind of Swedish and Finnish death metal, it's sort of somewhere between the two with a HM2 kind of guitar sound, but a bit more doomy and gross sounding. There's some autopsy in there as well. This is on Ancient Entity Records and is currently up. You can stream it on Bandcamp and pre-order the vinyl, which is out next month. So if you want to support me, I don't really ask for money on YouTube or whatever or at all, but if you feel so inclined, and obviously the most important thing, if you enjoy the music, then that would be great. If not, ignore this whole thing and skip to 1 minute 18 plus however long my introduction is. That aside, and thanks for listening to me rabble about my own music, Woad from the UK. Now, their new album, this is, I think, their 3rd album off the top of my head, takes things in a very, very tasteful blackened death metal direction. It's an interesting band because of the members just have so many other bands, which I'm not even going to begin to go into, but many of them you will have seen on this very channel. And Woad is just incredible blackened death. It has that really sinister kind of feeling that you might find on a lot of Invictus releases and Deba Morty, kind of those kinds of bands, if that makes sense to anyone. But this is on the wonderful 20 Bucks Spin, who, you know, they're a label that are so consistent yet don't just put out the same thing, I don't think, which is really cool. And Woad's new album, Burn in Many Mirrors, is absolutely fantastic blackened death metal. Next up, we have Lunar Shadow. Now, this is a funny one, because I'd never heard of this band before I received this in a parcel thing where the promotion company Sure Shot works for a bunch of labels. They send, like, the CD and the booklet without the case, and I assemble them and have some nice CDs to listen to, which is great. I love that. Now, Lunar Shadow was one that was a really nice surprise, because I saw it. I didn't really know what the hell I was getting into. I was thinking maybe it'd be some kind of post-black metal, but no, it's actually quite wrong there. These German band play a really nice mix of traditional heavy metal with some doom and gothic and post-rock elements, but not in a kind of just wimpy, kind of wishy-washy style. There's more, there's the first track, Serpents Die, reminds me a bit of The Devil's Blood, especially with Salim's guitar playing style is a bit captured on here. Not that he was obviously in any way involved, and I do not give that compliment lightly. The tones and the overall feel is just very majestic and otherworldly and sort of ethereal. Here's 6 tracks and just, yeah, really haunting piece of heavy kind of doomy metal that I think maybe some of the more occulty inclined folks will enjoy a lot. Next up we have Altar of Gore. Now, this is one that I've been looking for about 2 years, simply because the European distribution has been a bit difficult to get hold of, but this is an American band on an American label, and that would be Nameless Grave Records. Actually, I'm not sure that the label is American for this one, but originally it was just a tape release. Anyway, these guys play blackened death metal, much in the vein of Profanatica, Imprecation, those kinds of bands. Really kind of heavy, kind of quite bestial at moments, but not in just the kind of, you know, it's very tight, it's very murky sounding, it's very low sonically, and just really a majestically dark release that I think a lot of fans of the more intense stuff I've talked about will definitely enjoy. Now we go on to some raw black metal from Todesschlass. I'm not entirely sure how you say that, just my German is appalling. I know that means deaths something, but you're going to have to go and do your research on that. This is the Dimensions of Triumph and Destitution on Nistang Productions or Records. Now, my friend who goes under the pseudonym K contributed some keyboards to this, the intro and outro piece especially, and it's really good. He kindly gave me the tape to check out, and it's just really good raw black metal. And I think the key thing about this is, as I've said about the kind of occasional raw black metal bands I've talked about on this channel, that I like, it riffs, it has, you know, it still is black metal. It's not just sort of cavernous reverby noise. It's definitely the synths that were added by Kay add that haunting element. Let me just look in the booklet, because I'm not actually, it's one of those bands where I'm not entirely sure who's who. But, okay, so it's the guitars and bass were handled by someone and the vocals were handled by someone. So it's, I guess, like a 2 and a bit piece with the guest appearance. If you like your raw black metal, but for it to still have plenty of the metal part of that being key, with a bit of kind of dungeon synth coming into it, definitely check out this really cool release. Tons of atmosphere, but straight to the point as well. It's fairly short. Next up, we have Taro, which is sort of an iffy one, because I don't think they're necessarily an obscure band per se. You know, they feature members who went on to, like, Marco from Nightwish. But I don't think that this is an exact classic of the 80s in the eyes of many. But I think this is a great album, The Spell of Iron, showing that before extreme metal erupted in Finland, there was a very healthy heavy metal scene, and this is just one really good example of it. This is the Super Jewel case, something you don't actually, do they still do Super Jewel cases? Does anyone know? Because I've not seen one for years, at least on a new release. Anyway, I digress. This is on Blastic Heaven, and is, yeah, if you enjoy classic heavy metal, check it out. I really like that one. And yeah, if that's maybe not so underground or whatever, you know, I think it's a cool release anyway. So if you've all heard that, then feel free to tell me to shut up. Next, we have Bunker 66 with a Motorheadian punky speed metal on High Roller Records. Now, if you like the stuff I've talked about, I always probably reference the same bands a bit, but like Hellripper and Whip Striker and Deathhammer and those kinds of bands, it's just mad, thrashing, speedy stuff. I mean, they've put a Bathory and Venom LP in the promo shot, and if that doesn't immediately make you go, yeah, I can get behind that, then I'm not really sure what we're doing here. But yeah, this is an older album, Inferno Interceptors. In fact, it might be their debut. Don't quote me on it. The new album's coming out on Dying Victims, and it's killer. I did a review of that, but it's not out yet. Until then, check out this and some of their other stuff. They're fairly prolific with releases, so there's plenty to listen to, even if it's usually quite short. And now we have something very different to that with Macabre Omen and the Anamnesis, I believe you might say that, release. Of course, this is the amazing Greek black metal, which was kindly given to me by Alexandros himself. A great guy, awesome distro, very talented musician. I've talked about Necromaniac, one of his other bands he's involved in, but Macabre Omen, this is their last release on Van Records. Now, it's a sort of interesting release because we have one new song and then which is a very long song. It's like 14 minutes. It's a good, like, it's not like a sort of just 3-minute song and then some other shit. This is a very carefully thought out release with then some bonus stuff, and I think a couple of these are from splits that they've done. So it's a nice little collection. It's sort of like a mini album, I guess you'd call it, with the new song and then the older obscure gems that I think will grace any fan of like Hellenic black metal's collection. I really like this. Of course, the albums are fantastic. All the stuff's pretty damn fantastic. But yeah, this is a really nice release to have, and much appreciation to Alexandros for sending me this. I really enjoy it. And yeah, check it out if you like stuff from the Greek scene, which I'm sure many do, including myself. Greece is a magnificent scene. Of course, the legends like Rotting Christ, Varathon, and Necromantia. But yeah, bands like Macabre Omen, I think, are equally as important to that and deserve your attention. Next up, I'm wearing the right shirt for this band. We have Chainsword from Poland with their debut album, I think, Blight March. This thing is killer, and just look at that artwork. It's absolutely great. This is on Gods of War Productions. Just bolt thrower, bolt thrower, bolt thrower. But something else. These guys, definitely, you can hear that they're Polish. They have some similar qualities to bands like Vader in their sound. And these aren't just stolen riffs, recycled and repackaged. This is clearly very passionate fans of a band who want to lay a tribute, but also offer the scene something new, which I think they did exceptionally well. And yeah, this is just a killer death metal album. If you like your sort of mid-tempo war kind of, not war as in like blasphemy, but like war as in this shit, with Warhammer 40k themes kind of thing. Definitely check it out. Really love this album, and a great thing from Chainsword. I've just realised I've not actually got out one of the LPs I'm about to talk about, so I return. We have Mad Butcher from Germany. Now this is another sort of iffy one like Taro, and they're a band that's not existed for kind of a while. Well, at least not, sorry, this release came out a long time ago. But, you know, anyone who likes heavy and speed metal will love this. I believe this is where Destruction took the name of Mad Butcher as well. This is on Dying Victims. You'll have to excuse that I put the poster in there. But as usual from Dying Victims, we have a great package. You get, you know, stickers, a nice card thingy, promo card, I guess would be the right word. Yeah, Metal Lightning Attack, one of the Mad Butcher classics from 85 or 86. Yeah, 85. You know, if you like speed and heavy metal of that era, then this should definitely appeal. There's great riffs. I mean, just the artwork should tell you enough about it. But yeah, I really like this. I've wanted it for a while, and I actually got it as a birthday gift recently, which is a super cool gift. So, yeah, really love this stuff. And if you want some German obscure speed metal, let's make it a bit less obscure, because Mad Butcher is, in my opinion, classic. And now we go on to the 10th and final release, with Herzel from France, which actually confused me a bit, because this came with the Lunar Shadow one and a couple of other things, which you'll be hearing about soon. There's some bits I've actually delayed a bit to the next video, just to make the video sort of fit together how I want them to. But this is a 6-track album, which the last 3 tracks are grouped together as something French, which I assume is the Saga of Herzel, but I don't speak French. Now, what's interesting about this is I stuck this on, and immediately I thought the band was Japanese, just because of how the lyrics are articulated in quite a unique way in Japanese heavy metal bands, especially from the early and mid-80s. And this really reminded me of that, so I was kind of surprised when I turned it over and went, oh, look, this is French. And yeah, so just a little anecdote of me being an idiot there. But this is on Gates of Hell, really cool label dealing with just traditional heavy metal stuff, which is what this is. You know, there's definitely a lot of Manila Road, Sirith Ungol on here, Brockus Helm, some Iron Maiden-y Gallop, some Angel Witchy kind of anthem choruses. Just a great heavy metal album. I really enjoyed this one, and definitely one of 2021's more promising releases for the first, we're 4 months into the year. Yeah, I've been a bit slag, sorry, but no, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If any of you are interested in checking out Garden of Eyes, as mentioned earlier, you can check out on my Bandcamp, the AHPM one, or Ancient Entity Records. Either way, any support is appreciated, even if that's just streaming it. You know, it's not me trying to force sales on you guys, but as I've said, it's much appreciated if you buy pre-order the vinyl, because well, it helps us a whole bunch, and vinyl is not a easy thing to do, but no, the support already has been absolutely amazing. So huge thanks if anyone who's watching this video is part of the big wave of pre-orders that came in the first 48 hours. It means a whole bunch to me and Raphael from Ancient Entity. And until next time, I'll try and be a bit less slow. Stay metal and check out the bands in this video.